Good morning, my name's Tom, and today I want to talk about the No Kings protests. And we got a lot to cover, so bear with me. Now, the president seemed to laugh off the protests, and that kind of makes sense. He claimed that they were tiny, not that big. Okay, fine. Why would he say the biggest protest in U.S. history is small? Well, he claimed a tiny protest in Portland was huge in setting the city on fire, and he can't do anything about it, and now it's turned into an embarrassment for him. What the hell is he going to do about a 7 million person protest? Hell, that's 2 million more people than the entire armed forces of the United States. That's active duty, reservists, National Guard, all the civilian contractors, everybody. That's just 5 million people compared to the 7 million. And, it's important to remember, no military is big enough to invade the United States, not even the United States military. All right, so at the same time, he's pretending it's tiny because there's literally nothing he can do about it besides that. Talking heads on Fox News are saying silly things, and some other news networks as well. Let's see. One person is claiming that he has evidence George Soros paid $4 million for this protest. Okay, so let's say you got 7 million people times 4 million, or divided by $4 million. 7 divided by 4 equals $1.75 per protester. But let's just pretend, because that would be ridiculous, that it's more realistic and only half the protesters were paid. Okay, so we'll take that, multiply it by 2, and $1.75 times 2 is $3.50 to the paid protesters. Hey, now we're starting to talk about real money. Okay, but I digress. Other people on that same news network are claiming that they were paying up to $500 to protesters, and an nutbag at work was saying they were paying $100 to protesters. So let's split the difference and say they were paying $300 per protester. Okay, so 300 times 7 million is $2.1 billion that they paid for this protest, but that doesn't make sense. Again, we got to make it more realistic and say just half of the protesters were paid protesters. Okay, and that means they paid $1,050,000,000 for this protest, for this totally staged, fake, huge protest that was actually tiny, with the biggest turnout in U.S. history, but is no big deal. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments, and have a great day.